just coming off of a 10.5 hour power outage here in the Rio Grande Valley. The cat and I were cold. It was freezing temperatures. We got down to 25 and 27 at night. And I had on 2 shirts, 2 pairs of pants, 2 socks, a jacket, my blanket wrapped around me, and fingerless gloves. And I ran the oven on 200 to try to keep the camper where we could stand it, even bundled up like that. The people next door ran their generator all day long, but it was extremely cold. We had a lot of drippy weather. We didn't have any snow, but just that little bit of drippy weather, it froze on the lines, and we went 10.5 hours with no power. Now, I rarely go this long without power in rural Kansas. If we go without power, there's been a big ice storm, and usually it's just off maybe a couple of hours, but 10.5 hours, I could not believe it. And everybody down here is almost all electric, so everybody was cold. It was a long, long day. I couldn't really open the blinds. I couldn't really take my window coverings off because it was too cold. And so I tried to sit in an area where I had a little bit of light and read all day long, but it was it was a rough day. I'm not going to lie. I was so thankful when the power finally blinked in the afternoon and I shut off the oven, and then the power went out again. It just blinked and it didn't even stay on. And then it was another 2 hours before it finally came back on to stay. So even here in these tropical areas, the cold blast has come through. We've had a few days that were nice and a few days that were just perfect. But overall in January, there's very few days that are not cold. And it does get to freezing and below freezing down here. So I just wanted to let you know we are okay. We got our power back on, but I have never been at a place that sprays the bridges with like one of those hand sprayers, like you would spray weeds with. That's how they were treating the bridges down here because they don't have the equipment to treat the roads because this happens so rarely. They canceled school 2 days before this even happened because they knew the temperatures were going to be too low. There's not even heaters in the schools down here. So yeah, it was a rough time. We were just waiting it out and we made it through it. So I just wanted to give you this bonus update and I hope you're all staying warm wherever you are.